Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Wednesday. We got 16 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And yeah, we'll hop in it, guys. Another big slate today, 16 matchups. Starting with the Seattle Mariners versus the Washington Nationals. Nationals opening up as slight home favorites at minus 115. The Mariners minus 105 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Mariners is Chris Flexen with an ERA of 4.00. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Pitching for the Nationals is Josiah Gray with an ERA of 4.14. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 11 strikeouts. Yeah, Mariners on a 8-game winning streak right now. Playing great baseball. Nationals 1-9 in their last 10 on a 4-game losing streak. I mean, yeah, taking Seattle plus 1.5 on the road. Chris Flexen coming off a nice start on the mound. And yeah, to be able to get Seattle plus money here or minus 105 just seems great to me, honestly, with the streak that they're on. Maybe the line will move throughout the day. I have no idea, but if you can get Seattle minus 105 or even plus money, take that. I'm taking that all day. I'm taking Seattle plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the New York Mets versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at minus 150. The Mets plus 130 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Mets is Chris Bassett with an ERA of 3.84. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Braves is Charlie Morton with an ERA of 4.21. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. The Mets losing to the Braves yesterday 4-1. Both games have been 4-1 so far. Morton's been very good on the mound. He's only given up 4 runs in his last 3 starts. Bassett's given up 7. He's still been pretty good on the mound for the Mets here. Looking like a flip-flop kind of series here with the Mets winning the first game, Braves winning the second. I think I'm going to take the Mets plus 1.5 on the road after kind of a bad showing yesterday. Going to be a nice pitching battle here, so I'm going to take Mets plus 1.5. Next matchup, we have the Milwaukee Brewers versus the Minnesota Twins. Twins opening up as home favorites at minus 130. The Brewers plus 110 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Brewers is Aaron Ashby with an ERA of 4.52. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Twins is Joe Ryan with an ERA of 3.09. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. The Brewers beating Minnesota yesterday 6-3. Nice underdog win for the Brewers. Brewers 8-2 on the road right now, getting it done on the road. Yeah, Joe Ryan's been good on the mound. Ashby, hasn't been the best here, but I'm just not sold on the Twins here. I think Brewers plus money. I just think that's the move this series, unless there's some crazy pitching advantage, which I don't think there really is. So I'm going to lean with the Brewers plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Detroit Tigers versus the Kansas City Royals. The Royals opening up as home favorites at minus 125. Tigers plus 105 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for Detroit is Tariq Skubal with an ERA of 3.80. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Pitching for the Royals is Brady Singer with an ERA of 4.39. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Detroit beating Kansas City yesterday 7-5. Not a series I'm absolutely in love with here. Both pitchers giving up a good bit of runs. So I definitely think that over 8 is probably a pretty good play in my opinion. And if I had to pick, I would probably lean with Detroit plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have game 2 between the Seattle Mariners versus the Washington Nationals. Nationals still opening up as favorites in this matchup at minus 110. Seattle plus 100 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for Seattle is Tommy Milone with an ERA of 3.60. It looks like he's getting his first actual start of the season for the Mariners. And then pitching for the Nationals is Eric Fetty with an ERA of 5.01. His last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 8 runs, had 1 strikeout. I mean, yeah, I'm taking Seattle, both game 1, game 2, plus 1.5 on a big winning streak. How could you not take Seattle plus money here with the Nationals playing as bad as they are? I'll take a shot with Seattle plus 1.5 on the road again. Next matchup, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Miami Marlins. Miami opening up as home favorites at minus 180. Pittsburgh plus 150 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Pirates is JT Brubaker with an ERA of 4.34. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Marlins is Pablo Lopez with an ERA of 3.0. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 5 strikeouts. Yeah, Pittsburgh on a 4-game winning streak, on a 2-game winning streak against the Marlins right now. Yeah, kind of crazy. They've been getting some nice underdog wins against the Marlins here. I do like Pablo Lopez on the mound. Brubaker hasn't been the best on the mound for the Pirates here. I just don't think the Pirates are getting swept. I'm taking the Marlins at home, coming off a 2-game losing streak against the Pirates. Next matchup, we have the Cincinnati Reds versus the New York Yankees. Yankees opening up as home favorites at minus 320. The Reds plus 260 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Reds is Mike Minor with an ERA of 6.63. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Pitching for the Yankees is Luis Severino with an ERA of 3.11. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. Cincinnati beating the Yankees yesterday, huge upset at plus 250. They're on a 5-game winning streak right now. Yeah, love Severino on the mound. Mike Minor's just giving up a lot of runs, 12 runs in his last 3 starts. I think the Yankees bounce back. Do what you want with the Reds. Throw them in a round robin at plus 260. You never know. Coming off a win yesterday, I like the Yankees to bounce back here. I'm taking New York at home. Next matchup, we have the Boston Red Sox versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay opening up as home favorites at minus 180. Boston plus 150 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for Boston is Josh Winkowski with an ERA of 4.35. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, and had 2 strikeouts. Pitching for the Rays is Shane McClanahan with an ERA of 1.73. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. Yeah, Boston on a 2-game losing streak against Tampa Bay. Really hasn't gotten it done this series, honestly. Tampa Bay's looked very good in these 2 games. Boston just 1-6 against Tampa. Love McClanahan on the mound. He's only given up 1 run in each of his last 3 starts. I think I'm going to lean with Tampa Bay at home here. Next matchup, we have the Chicago White Sox versus the Cleveland Guardians. White Sox opening up as road favorites at minus 115. Cleveland minus 105 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the White Sox is Lucas Giolito with an ERA of 5.05. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 5 runs, and had 8 strikeouts. Pitching for the Guardians is Aaron Savale with an ERA of 6.28. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 6 strikeouts. White Sox beating Cleveland yesterday 7-0 after losing the prior 2 matchups. Pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers giving up a decent amount of runs here. I think I'm going to take Cleveland plus 1.5 at home, coming off a 7-0 game yesterday, even though they won those first 2 games here. I'm going to take Guardians plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Dodgers opening up as road favorites at minus 155. The Cardinals plus 130 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Dodgers is Tony Gonsolin with an ERA of 1.62. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. He is 11-0 as a starting pitcher, which is pretty amazing. Pitching for the Cardinals is Adam Wainwright with an ERA of 3.15. His last start, he pitched 9 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Dodgers losing to the Cardinals yesterday 7-6. Kind of a tough loss for the Dodgers. I love Cardinals on the road here. Love Gonsolin on the mound. He's been phenomenal. I think the Dodgers bounce back after that tough loss, close loss yesterday. I'm going to lean with the Dodgers on the road. Next matchup, we have the Baltimore Orioles versus the Chicago Cubs. Cubs opening up as slight home favorites at minus 125. Baltimore plus 105 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for Baltimore is Spencer Watkins with an ERA of 4.15. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Cubs is Justin Steele with an ERA of 4.13. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 9 strikeouts. Yeah, Baltimore on a 9-game winning streak, beating the Cubs yesterday 4-2. And, Cubs on a 5-game losing streak. I mean, look, we're taking Baltimore plus 1.5 on the road. You can get Baltimore plus money. A much better team, honestly, I think. And ride the streak, guys. You never know when a team... I mean, God, every week we have a team that's on like a 10-game win streak, 11, 12, 13. We see it every week, every other week. And if you're going to be that person that's always fading that and going for the upset and they got to lose sometime, not a good strategy because, gosh, if you caught Orioles on a 2-3 game win streak and you rode it out, you're on win number 9 now. You've been cashing out. Ride the win streaks. You never know how long they can last. Be a part of the journey. We're taking Orioles plus 1.5 plus money on the road. Next matchup, we have the Oakland Athletics versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at minus 185. Oakland plus 165 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for Oakland is Paul Blackburn with an ERA of 2.90. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Rangers is John Gray with an ERA of 4.03. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Oakland beating the Rangers yesterday 14-7. Nice performance from them. Definitely liking the over. It's just last 2 games you've seen a lot of runs here. I'm gonna take Oakland plus 1.5 on the road, minus 185 for the Rangers. That's just way too pricey for a team like the Rangers. I'm gonna take Oakland plus 1.5. Next matchup, we have the San Diego Padres versus the Colorado Rockies. Padres opening up as road favorites at minus 165. The Rockies plus 140 with the over-under at 10.5. Pitching for the Padres is Joe Musgrove with an ERA of 2.09. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Rockies is Chad Kuhl with an ERA of 4.02. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, and had 4 strikeouts. Padres losing to the Rockies yesterday 5-3. Both teams splitting a game so far. We know Padres have struggled against the Rockies here. Joe Musgrove coming off a 0-run game here after 2 rough starts on the mound. I like Padres off a bounce-back loss. I'm taking San Diego on the road. Next matchup, we have the Houston Astros versus the Los Angeles Angels. Angels opening up as home favorites at -125. Houston +105 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Astros is Christian Javier with an ERA of 3.01. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 7 strikeouts, but his 2 games prior, he only allowed 1 run. Pitching for the Angels is Shohei Ohtani with an ERA of 2.44. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 10 strikeouts. Hasn't given up a run in his last 4 starts on the mound. Yeah, Ohtani's been very good on the mound for the Angels here. Houston beating the Angels 6-5 yesterday. They've just been very dominant against the Angels. 4-1 in their last 5 against LA. 4-1 on the road against the Angels. Angels 1-9 in their last 10. They just have not played good. It's been disappointing how bad they've been. I'm gonna take Houston plus money. I do love Ohtani on the mound. Javier's been good as well. I'm sure Ohtani will probably have a great game pitching, but I just don't trust the rest of the team to get it done on offense. So I'm going to take Houston plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at -120. Arizona plus 100 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for Arizona is Zach Gallen with an ERA of 3.72. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Can't find who's pitching for the Giants in this one, so be sure to check that out when that info does get released. Giants winning yesterday's matchup 13-0. Nice game for the Giants. Arizona 1-13 on the road against the Giants. They just cannot get it done on the road. We'll see who ends up pitching for the Giants, but I feel like I'm going to lean with the Giants on the road. Arizona just has horrible road success against the Giants, and it's definitely showed, especially the last game. I'm going to lean with the Giants at home. And then the last matchup, we have the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Phillies opening up as road favorites at -115. Toronto -105 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Phillies is Zach Wheeler with an ERA of 2.46. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Then, I can't find any info on who is pitching for Toronto, so be sure to check that info out when it does get released. Phillies on a 3-game losing streak, losing to Toronto yesterday 4-3. They did get the plus 1.5 cover, which was nice. And, I do like Wheeler on the mound. He's been very good for the Phillies. Coming off 2 back-to-back games of no runs. Toronto 2-8 in their last 10. They've been struggling here. Barely snuck out a win yesterday. I think I'm going to lean with the Phillies on the road. And that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Wednesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Thursday. Have a good one.